Hello everyone, this is Boichi, a manga artist and YouTuber, and hello to our director as well.
Hello.
In today's video, I'd like to share two important updates. The first update is, we have officially closed the English channel, which we had previously referred to as our main channel. Personally, it was a very difficult decision, but in the end, I believe it's not all bad news for everyone. The BoichibeTOON channel started back in 2020. At first, I planned to simply share drawing videos. That was going to be the focus of the channel. Back then, I believed that manga education and the manga industry's vision could be presented through other means. And I also thought it was enough for influential figures in the manga world to speak on behalf of the industry. I didn't feel the need to use YouTube to discuss manga education or its future, so I initially focused on creating drawing content. Then came 2020, the beginning of the pandemic time. It became so clear that aspiring manga artists around the world, walking their paths in solitude, needed hope and encouragement. That's when I began sharing videos with Steve, drawing together, and sending out a message. Even during this pandemic, we're still drawing. As time went on, I realized it wasn't enough to just draw and upload videos. When I spoke to experts with influence in the manga world about its future, it became clear that they had to convince investors, business partners, and even government officials. But these people often lacked a real understanding of manga. Even when explained logically and clearly by top professionals, it still didn't persuade them. I began to wonder, is it because there's no cross-checking source for what we're saying? Even if someone hears from the best experts, if they search online for information about the Moroccan project or the global manga market, they find nothing. No articles, no media coverage. It's as if those ideas don't exist, simply because they've never been officially spoken or recorded before. So I thought, if no one's talking about this, I should at least say something on YouTube. So I started speaking up about these topics myself. I also had other plans for how to educate aspiring manga artists, but those didn't go as well as I had hoped. I decided to use this platform to teach and share everything I could. As expected, it wasn't easy. Then came 2022, the start of the AI boom. I received a flood of questions about AI. Unfortunately, I made some mistakes in addressing the topic, and several complex issues arose. I paused the channel to regroup and search for a better approach, but that too didn't go as planned. So the channel stayed inactive for quite some time. In 2023, I spoke with Steve. I told him, okay, we need some change. Let's make creating highly detailed manga tutorials, something that's never existed before. We also planned to compile those tutorials into a book. We wanted to give it another solid try. But suddenly, Steve's health took a serious downturn. On top of that, several other issues piled up. The upload schedule became inconsistent. We were on the brink of shutting everything down. Then, our current director stepped in and offered to help. Thanks to the director who speaks Japanese, we were able to launch the Japanese version of BoichibeTOON. For me, Japanese readers and fans are incredibly important. I felt we needed a dedicated space just for them. Also, when it comes to global outreach, I've always believed we shouldn't rely solely on an English channel. We should have channels in each country's native language. I want aspiring manga artists around the world to feel like they're not just on the sidelines. They are the main characters of this story. Many aspiring manga artists around the world, they love manga and dream of creating manga. But they often feel they are not treated as equals just because they weren't born in Japan. I believe that all aspiring manga artists and creators should have equal opportunities to learn and make their debut. So at the very least, I want my channel to show them. This channel exists for us. Someone out there sees us, supports us, and that kind of encouragement leads to greater effort and motivation. It also opens doors to better communication with those working in manga-related businesses in each country. That's why we created separate global channels, starting with Japan. The director took charge of the Japanese channel and began producing original content there. That content was then meant to be shared with the English channel, and eventually with future global channels. But over time, the English channel stopped being updated due to several challenges. The gap in content between the Japanese and English channels became too wide. I tried many ways to fix this, but it turned into one of the most difficult problems I've faced in my life. The second hardest ever, in fact. And just so you know, If I say it's the second hardest, it means I really went through a lot. The third hardest issue? I think I've managed to resolve that one. Anyway, through all this I came to a realization. One of the biggest things preventing me from focusing on my actual work as a manga artist was the English channel. I'm currently working on a new series. I need to give it my full attention. But even while I'm trying to develop story ideas, the stress of managing the English channel keeps weighing on my mind. So, after considering everything, I decided to shut the channel down. The second update is, the Japanese channel, which was called BoichibeTOON Japan, will now become the main channel, and the name will simply be BoichibeTOON. As for our dream of launching channels in many other languages and countries, we're putting that on hold for now. But it doesn't mean that we're not giving up on the dream. For now, I'll focus on running the Japanese channel and return to my main job as a manga artist. That's the plan. As for the English channel, instead of deleting everything, I'll leave it as is and rename it to something like BoichibeTOON English or Boichi Archive. This very video will likely be the last upload on that channel. To all of you who've been following the English channel, thank you so much. I hope you'll continue to support us by joining us over on the Japanese channel, which is now the main one. Yes, I've talked a lot about various reasons and problems, but at the heart of it, the biggest issue was my own shortcomings. I sincerely apologize. It was my own limits that led to this. From now on, the director and I will do our best to run the main Japanese channel with full energy and passion. Please come and join us there. As for Steve, he and I will be working on other projects that support the future of global manga. We've been preparing behind the scenes, and things are already in motion. The three of us, Steve, the director, and I, we're not stopping. We care deeply about your dreams, and we'll never give up. We've seen the massive, bright future of manga, webtoons, and comics, and we're not walking away from it. So, I'll see you on the BoichibeTOON Japanese channel, with even better content than before. Thank you so much.